My name's Todd, and I'm an unemployed construction worker with a small education and a big imagination. And too much time on my hands to think about things that irritate me. I mean, it's a mess out there. It's like, if our progressive, over-indulgent American culture is food for thought, then my brain is 400 pounds overweight. Let me give you some examples. How about when someone pays extra money for breadsticks with their pizza and then doesn't eat their pizza crust? That doesn't make any sense to me. How about when a business puts up a big sign that says under new management? How do we know the new manager isn't worse than the old one? The owner obviously had bad judgment when they hired the previous manager. In any case, it should say like under better management. How about these states that mandate that the exact calorie count has to be put next to each item on a menu in a restaurant? That's so you can make a conscientious and informed health decision while dining at Carl's Jr. Maybe they should make them hang a sign over the door that says virtually everything on this menu causes the accelerated formation of plaque on the interior walls of your artery, leading to heart disease and death. Or here you go. You obviously don't give a crap about your health if you enter this establishment. And while we're on the subject of stupid government mandates, how about the cigarette pack disclaimer? You know, the one where they display the breaking news that cigarettes cause cancer? If you get to be of age where you can buy cigarettes and this isn't part of your collective knowledge base, hopefully you won't see the warning and stop the gene pool. I'm just saying. How about the guy that's a vegetarian but he has no problem eating fish? Okay, I could never eat a furry cow. They're so cute and they have personalities and feelings. But this flounder over here, he just looks stupid. I'm gonna eat him. And vegetables are still alive while you're eating them. Why don't you try biting into a trout while he's still alive? See if you don't have some moral dilemma there. I bet shrimp are more intelligent than cows. And isn't that part of an avocado you eat actually called the meat? I'm just saying. Hypochondriacs. The only thing that's actually wrong with them is the one thing they're not trying to cure. I'm gonna throw a medical term at you. Hypomonstrosesquipedaliophobia. The actual medical definition, fear of long words. I'm not making this up. Look it up. We now owe China $1.1 trillion. They hold more of our national debt than any other country. In 2011, we gave $17.8 million in foreign aid to China. That's right, we borrowed money from China with interest to give to China. We should line all these assholes in Washington up and have them horsewhipped. Why do men and women have separate bathrooms? We dine together, but when it's time to get rid of the food, we part ways. I don't think I've ever seen the genitalia of a man in a public restroom. You would see much more of a woman's body while at the beach or at the swimming pool than you would if she was sitting in the stall next to you taking a crap. I'm just saying, shouldn't every parking spot at the Special Olympics be a handicap spot? You know those really butch lesbians, the ones they call bull dykes, the ones that really hate men? Why do they do everything in their power to look like us? That'd be like me getting cosmetic surgery to get my ears to stick out like this, going to the tanning booth for 2 or 3 hours a day for a month, and then running for president. That makes no sense. Why isn't one of the options for disposing of and memorializing a dead human body taxidermy? They do it to all other living creatures. When I die, I want to be stuffed and mounted, with my arms sticking straight out to the sides, and put in the entryway of one of my family members' house so I can be used as a coat rack. What's wrong with that? Why would anyone pay the same amount of money for light beer as they would for regular beer? You know how they make light beer? They brew regular beer, and then they add 1/3 water. You know how they advertise 1/3 less calories than the regular beer? Of course it is. Water doesn't have any calories. If you really want to get the maximum buzz for your buck, buy regular beer and add your own water. I love it when a woman rushes out and gets plastic surgery so she can look just like the celebrity that ruined their face with plastic surgery. I have a job for all you puffy lip collagen girls. Why don't you come over and suck the algae out of my fish tank? And liposuction. Anytime you stick a giant needle hooked up to a vacuum cleaner into your body and suck the fat out from underneath your skin, I'm gonna go with it's pretty likely that it's not gonna be that long before the same reckless person that put the fat there in the first place is gonna go ahead and grow new fat. I'm just saying. You ever wonder if the panhandler guy, you know, the one holding up the sign that says anything helps, God bless you, is actually making $60K a year doing that? You know, hits it hard all day, walks across the street to the JP Morgan, deposits all of his loot, walks a half a block to his BMW, wipes the makeup off his face with wet wipes, and then drops off his bum suit at the cleaners on the way home to his hillside condo. It's possible. What is it with the states of Oregon and New Jersey that makes them think they're onto something with their visionary legislation forbidding a motorist to pump his own gas? The other 48 states are dead wrong. It's dangerous, and that's what we're going with. I did some research, and among the reasons are it's dangerous for an untrained person to pump their own gas. Yeah, that's right. Gas pump explosion deaths are skyrocketing in the other 48 states. Why am I allowed to own a propane barbecue? What makes it okay for me to have a Bic lighter? I'm just saying. And while we're on that subject, how about these states that forbid the sale of alcohol on a Sunday? Okay, I understand some of these states are controlled by like a particular moral agenda, you know, like the Mennonites in Pennsylvania. But are you telling me that you don't think I'm sly enough to buy it on Saturday and drink it on Sunday? That's like trying to get a little boy to stop peeing on the toilet seat by getting rid of the toilet. I'm just saying. And they've lowered the legal blood alcohol level for driving in many states to a point where a person under 120 pounds can get a DUI after drinking just one beer. At one point, don't you outlaw the bars? Why don't they have B batteries? Why does the ATM at the bank drive-thru have Braille on the buttons? Doctors, nurses, judges, lawyers, firemen, police, politicians, the president are not drug tested. tested, but the janitors that mop the floors for them are. It's comforting to know that a surgeon can go rooting around through my brain while he's hopped up on oxycodone, but the guy that scrubbed the toilet down the hall is clean and drug-free. As a footnote, this would be the group of people that would have the easiest unchecked access to the drugs and could do far and away the most harm while under the influence of them. So come on, Mr. President, piss in the cup. So come on, Mr. President. Piss in the cup. If Adam and Eve had been Muslim, Adam would have one fig leaf over his crotch, and Eve would be leaf covered from head to toe with a little slit to look through. Alcohol is listed higher on the American Medical Association's list of dangerous drugs than the following: anabolic steroids, ecstasy, solvent huffing, marijuana, and methamphetamines. It's one of the only 2 drugs on the list of 20 that can kill a heavy user when quitting cold turkey. Alcohol is, of course, perfectly legal, and many of the other drugs carry years in prison just for their possession. I'm just saying. This may be a hard fact for you to digest. If you took the intestines of every human and stretched them out, they could span to the moon and back 68 times, or make a single line of intestine down every road in America. The average American adult consumes 500 cans of soda a year. That adds up to 5,000 teaspoons of sugar and 70,000 calories. The creamy center in the middle of a Twinkie is not really cream at all. It's almost entirely made of aerated Crisco with sugar added. More people eat at McDonald's every day than the population of Great Britain. That's McSad. Who tastes the dog food and claims that it has a new improved flavor? How come they don't have mouse-flavored cat food? Wonder what it'd be like to cry underwater. I wonder if the guy that invented the wheel knew what a revolution it would start. I've never been to a Chinese wedding. We throw rice. I wonder if they throw cheeseburgers. Why do they call it a stool sample? It's a poop sample. There's a casino in Southern California called Morongo. I wonder if mostly morons go there.